40 people. Welcome to Living 757. How are you guys?
Doing better, Patricia.
Oh.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic because after I recovered myself, actually, guys, you noticed that I wasn't here last week.
No.
No, why? Okay, first of all, I need to talk about your jacket.
Okay, look, I decided to have a little
Before
style.
I say something wrong to you.
Everybody's had something to say about.
I like it.
I like it.
I think
You are
it
on
looks.
point.
I think it looks great. Did y'all ever see the movie Boomerang?
Boomerang.
Coordinating.
I feel
Okay.
like the right word is dapper.
Coordinate.
Lost in the
Dapper.
air.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, another thing that I was lost in the air. Well, you know, guys, I was recovering after a situation that happened here a couple of weeks ago. But while I was doing that in my house, in the comfort time in my house, at one point I thought that Quincy's coming back to my house because the storm happened and another thing started hitting my house, and I was thinking Quincy's coming back. But
Really?
no, actually it was the rain. It was, look at that. I was recording it. It was the halo. Can you see it on the window?
Oh yeah.
Look
so-
at that.
Yeah.
But when I'm in my room and I start hitting boom, 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 I was like, oh my God, Quincy's following me to my house?
It was. You know what? That was a
Look
mistake.
at that.
Look at it.
It's huge.
Yeah. So that's what you call like
Granizo.
severe.
En Spanish called granizo. Para here es
Granizo.
granizo, una lluvia de granizo de hielo. Para here es hello.
Hail.
Hail.
Got you.
Okay,
so
got it.
Hail.
now I'm no meteorologist or anything, but I know that that's what happens when you have what's called a severe storm, when the
Severe
hot
storm.
and cold come together,
Yes.
and it can produce tornadoes and all types
Yes.
of stuff, and sometimes it produces hail.
Hail. And I was
Huh?
thinking for a moment that it was
No.
Quincy coming to my house.
You did not think
You
that.
can't say hail without saying hail to the Commanders.
Yay!
First of all,
I knew this was coming.
football season is like
It's about to
a little
start,
bit
girl.
less than 100 days away now.
Yes,
And
but
I'm
the schedules are
excited.
out, and Ashley is happy.
Yeah, the schedules are out.
Yeah.
I think training camp officially begins in another month, but they got the OTAs that's going on. So we are getting into football fever, and then we found out that the entire NFC East is going to be on Hard Knocks. Usually that's reserved for one team, right? So I'll be honest, I am so excited and so happy that it's not just focused on the Dallas Cowboys. Be focused on the whole division, okay? And then Saquon Barkley is going to be on the new cover of Madden because of that backwards jump that
Do
he
you know
did
what?
last year. So
Do
the
you
NFC
know what,
East,
though?
yeah,
It makes me happy that he's going to be on the cover of Madden.
because it's a curse.
Because there's a curse. Yes.
Oh
That's
yeah.
exactly what it is. It's a curse, and I hope it works on the Eagles.
For me, in another note,
Sorry,
last
not
year I was going with the Cowboys, so this year I'm going with the Commanders.
Yeah!
Oh, okay. But
Last year I was with you and Will Rodriguez.
Okay.
This year I'm going with my girl.
Yes.
Okay.
And the
This year you're
Commanders.
making the smart choice because
Okay,
you see
we'll
how that
see.
works out.
Cross fingers, guys.
all right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna try to be as encouraging
There
as
you go, Quincy.
as I can be as a new coach. I just found out. Well, I found out a couple of weeks ago, but it's official. I am now that's a handsome picture of
Coach
Yeah,
Quincy.
Coach Q. Assistant head coach of
Look
the
at that.
Churchland High School volleyball team. That's my daughter.
Your
That's,
daughter,
I mean, ever
beautiful
since she
daughter.
was young, and that was recently during practice. So now I'm going to be getting excited. Like I really get into these games.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
they are going to enjoy. That's her taking out my braids one time.
Aw.
So I've been a part of her life ever since she's been playing volleyball, and now to get the opportunity to be her coach or be one of the coaches to help her bring Churchland High School a championship. I want to help put a banner up there.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've
P-Town.
challenged myself once again.
You know what? I'm so proud of you because you have 1,000 jobs, and to make this time for your
Yeah.
daughter and for these
Yeah.
kids, I love it, Quincy.
Well, so,
Kudos to you.
Yeah, so I'm not going to.
Oh, so you can high five.
Well, yeah. I would never cut myself off. But this reminds me of, so me being a part of my daughter's life is similar to the story. Did y'all hear about the one that's coming out of Suffolk? It was a father and his daughter. They ended up on the Jennifer Hudson show because this video here went viral. This is him talking to his daughter about how to overcome any type of negativity because she has what's called vitiligo. And that's when your skin, there's like a defect in your skin cells that doesn't produce the melanin, so you'll end up with lighter skin blotches, and she has it around her lips. lips. And so in this video, he's trying to inspire her, and she ends up inspiring him by saying, Daddy, I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm gonna be okay.
God.
And so that goes viral. It ends up on the Jennifer Hudson show.
Oh my
Shout
God,
out to
look.
Jennifer Hudson,
Yes.
the former American Idol.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
but that story is so cool. Shout out to the dad's name is Jordan Lloyd, and his daughter's name, she was 5 years old, Noah at the time.
If
So,
they are watching the show, we wish
Yeah.
to have them here with us.
Yeah.
And look, you give me chills. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the most powerful thing that you can do for your kids is to be a strong personality, encourage them to love themselves the way they are, and they will be like having the best tool ever,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
to
Yeah.
confront
Be
everything.
present.
Yes, be
present.
present as a parent, and oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
And you know, that's so inspirational, but inspiration is happening all over the 757.
Yeah.
Similarly to a grandma who was inspired by her grandson to open a restaurant.
Nice.
So a Hampton grandma was inspired by her autistic grandson, and the restaurant is called Rainey's. That's Chef Rainey that you're looking at right there. And she is looking to hire seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities. So Julie Rainey, she is going to be cooking soul food with some Caribbean flair, and she really wants people from all walks of life to come in and apply to work there. It's an inclusive environment, and we're really excited to have you guys in Hampton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so cool. Inspiration all over the place, right?
Right?
Yes, and it's talking about inspiration. Another great event that is coming. You know, Juneteenth is
Yes.
approaching, and
Yes.
there's so much going on. And we can celebrate this Juneteenth in Hampton as well with a powerful reflection. You know, Juneteenth is like a celebration in all the city, but this time it's going to be in Hampton. It's a reflection and joyful celebration. This is an annual event with live music, cultural performances, and Black-owned vendors can be there and, you know, and participate and share with the community. Also, food trucks, historical presentations, and family-friendly activities. All this is honoring the legacy of freedom and African-American resilience. Don't miss this great event, because please take your kids and enjoy this amazing Juneteenth. This is in Hampton,
Yeah.
but I know we have another celebrations
Yeah.
all in the Hampton Roads area.
Yeah, like Juneteenth is obviously one of the newest celebrated federal recognized holidays
Yes.
here. And for those that may not know,
Yeah.
like Juneteenth, like that was the day where the slaves in Texas realized they were actually freed.
Yeah.
And so they were freed in the other parts of the United States, but they didn't know in Texas.
Not
And
in
so-
Texas.
How many months
Me
went
being-
by? Because that was the most shocking
I think
part
was
to
the
me.
Texas was the last state.
Yeah, I want to
actually, that,
say it was a couple months. Don't quote me on it.
Yeah.
I should know this because I'm from Texas and we celebrated it every year.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of new here in
Yeah.
Virginia. So
Yeah.
pretty cool to actually
Yes,
see that.
take
Yeah.
your family and friends and just learn more about this,
Oh yeah,
you know?
oh yeah, and I'll
Yes.
definitely talk a little bit later about some cool things happening
Yes.
on Juneteenth that I got going on. But hey, what we have going on this show is gonna be a lot of fun. And when I say a lot of fun, fight, 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 fight. Yeah, we talk about the battle of the burgers.
battle.
Yeah.
Battle of the Burgers, and then Q takes a stroll through Kip to Peak State Park to walk that burger off.
And also, someone's gonna learn how to do skate shop right here in our studios. And coming up next after the break, we have brothers-in-law, Huffman and Huffman, right here. And I have a situation that I need to talk to the lawyers. So right after the break, so don't go anywhere. Don't do it.
This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living 757. Patricia, we all
Yes.
know summertime is coming
Yes.
up. Oh yeah, so that
Thanks,
means
God.
it means more people is going to be outside, as well as potential dog bites, and even the smallest dogs can nip at your ankles. The question is, who's at fault? Is it you? Is it the owner? Well, Here to help us out with that and answer those questions is attorney at law from Huffman & Huffman Brothers at Law, Mr. Nick Woodhouse. Nick,
Yes.
can you shed
How are
some
you?
light on
Thank you
who's
for
in
having
trouble?
me here today.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see if we can shed some light on that.
Okay.
And time out, right here. I have a quick question, very quick question. Nick, a couple weeks ago, we have an incident. Quincy hit really hard on me. Should I have an injury claim
Well,
against my coworker?
Generally, if you're hurt at work, you would have a workers' compensation claim. It's not something that we handle, but we handle personal injury claims. We can point you in the right direction
Okay, I'm gonna
and go from there.
write
But
it.
sounds like he was a little bit too aggressive. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't want to say anything.
All right.
Thank you,
You didn't
Nick,
have
thank
to
you.
feed
He
into the
understands my
whole thing.
point.
All right. Well, lucky for me, I won't be in trouble today, but it is Dog Bite Awareness Week, okay?
Absolutely.
So from the start, what should a person do if they get bit by a dog?
Well, if you can identify who the owner of the dog is,
Mm-hmm.
get their name, address, contact animal control or the police, that's going to be your best bet at that point.
So immediately, so don't cry or nothing.
Well,
just go find the owner after you get bit.
you got to know who the dog owner is.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because you can't sue a dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
what?
you can't.
You know what? There are ways.
So how about I have a situation if I'm in the park with my kid and a just dog approach my son or my whoever is with me, right? My relative, and the dog have no leash, just come and bite my son and just run away, or the owners just grab it really quick and take it home back. How do I follow my case from there? Because I'm taking care of my son first or my
Well,
child.
you know, one thing to look at, a lot of people have ring footage now, so you may be able to identify where that dog resides,
Okay.
where the dog lives. Then you can identify the dog owner, have animal control, the police respond to them, get a name and address, and potentially get some insurance coverage. Because that's the key here. In terms of compensating you for your injuries, we need to have insurance coverage.
So we should go to the hospital if it's the insurance
Absolutely.
significant, and then after that we can just hire you guys, have a lawyer that can
Yes.
guide us through the process, right?
Absolutely. Huffman & Huffman handles many dog bites. I've handled several personally, and that's something that we handle every day.
Okay, so I got to throw a
Because some
wrench
people
in.
they don't know where to start, Quincy. You know, it's hard.
Well, you know, I'm going to throw a wrench in the whole thing. So you're in court, and the owner didn't bite anybody, but the owner has to defend the dog. Is the dog ever called up on the stand?
Good question. Good question. Well, the dog can't talk. He's not going to be testifying in court, but the owner is, and
Yes.
that's going to be the key. And the key is going to be proving that the owner was negligent, because either that dog had a propensity to bite, and maybe that owner should have known that, and the negligence happens. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we have to prove.
So now you say something very important, like when the owner is negligent because something that he thinks maybe he's doing it right. If I'm in a complex apartment or in a neighborhood, and I say, oh, my dog knows this area very well, I don't have to put a leash. That's something that is not right to do, right? Even if the dog knows the area, we have to put a leash. I think every time that we're outside.
Now, you never know
No.
what the
Exactly.
dog is going to do. You've got to keep it on a leash.
Always on the leash. Every time
Always
that you
on
are
the leash.
outside, walking your dog,
Absolutely.
just going for a party, whatever it is the situation, you have to put
Because
it on the leash.
you, as the owner, you're going to be on the hook if that dog bites somebody.
Exactly.
You never know what's going to happen. So I would recommend leashing the dog and always having the dog under control. That's one of your duties under the law. You've got to keep that animal under control because it
Okay.
is an animal.
Yeah.
All right, so I got one last question. Then,
Yes, sir.
okay? So let's say the dog is not on a leash, right? But the dog didn't really bite the person, but the person is trying to make this up like the dog bit him. But is the owner still in trouble because the dog should have been on the leash? So even if the dog didn't bite in that case, have you
you've
ever
got
had
to
a
have,
case like that?
in order to maintain a personal injury claim, you've got to have an injury. So if there's no injury,
Exactly.
no foul.
Okay, all right, so it's
I mean,
not
you
so
have
much
to
about.
prove that
But
something
just
happens.
because there's not a bite doesn't mean that there can't be an injury. That dog could jump on somebody, knock them down. They could go and break a wrist as they're falling down. That happens all the time.
Okay.
So doesn't
Nick-
have to be a bite, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Any tips that we can give our viewers when they, summers, it's a beautiful day, you want to be with your pets outside, anything that we can
well, I love.
advise?
We've got dogs. Keep your dog on a leash.
Yes.
Maintain control over them. Never just assume that they are going to act accordingly.
Exactly.
Awesome.
That's
well,
what you
thank you
gotta
so
do.
much. And of
Yes.
course, the information's on the screen. If you are in trouble or if you need help, you
Yes.
call the brothers-in-law there at Huffman Huffman. Thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
Yes, thank you, Nick. And you know, Quincy, moments like this can shake all of us, and we need to calm down after that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure Ashley have the perfect guest to put us on the couch.
Whew. Patricia, all that talk about injuries and dog bites made me kind of anxious. Thank goodness for me, we have a professional here who can help calm me down. Let's welcome Candace West. Hi. Okay, I honestly have some anxiety. So can you talk me through calming down a little bit?
So first I'd ask, where are you feeling it? Upper body, lower body?
Upper.
Upper, okay. So just, we call this tree shaking, or for
Okay.
little kids, we can,
Okay.
we can call it
yeah.
the dog shaking.
I like it.
And so you can just shake and shake for a few
Okay.
minutes until you kind of feel that energy move.
All right.
And then when you kind of feel okay and complete, you can just do some breathing. You can do
Okay.
2 quick in and 1 exhale.
Does it matter through your mouth or your nose?
And then out through the mouth. And then you can do some box breathing where you're breathing in for 3 seconds, holding it for 3 seconds, exhale for 3 seconds, and then holding that for 3 seconds. And you can do that like 4 or 5 times just to allow that system to come back down into that rest digest state.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel better already. All right, guys. Well, let's introduce you to the viewers. Candace, can you please tell the viewers about your background and about the Soma Center?
Sure, yeah, happy to. So I'm Candace West. I'm a retired Navy nurse, and I am a somatic and embodiment practitioner and author. And I opened the Soma Center in January of this year, and our goal is to offer body-based modalities and varying nervous system connection tools and resources to help our community.
Awesome. Now, I am a mom. I have 2 young kids. And as parents, we know that it's really, really easy to get overstimulated, to raise our temper, to raise our voices. Why is it that parents tend to get overstimulated and kind of like out of regulation? And what are some ways we can work to fix it?
Sure. So first, I would like to just say that the nervous system, that's its job, and we are going to constantly move in and out of regulation. So there's nothing to carry shame about in that. We're constantly on the go. Our to-do list is never ending. And
Right.
so when we feel like we're not showing up in the way that we desire, then naturally we get into that overwhelmed state where we
Yeah.
feel like we're not being enough in terms of how we're showing up as a parent, maybe a boss, an employee. And so then we get that overwhelmed feeling. So
Yeah.
what I would say is if we want to do this with our kids as well, there are several techniques. You can do wall presses where you have them press up against the wall, and you can
Okay.
be playful, tell them imagining they're pressing the wall down.
Okay.
If you're in a healthy, positive state, you can have them press against you and tell them to try to get you to shift your feet backwards.
Okay.
And just kind of make it fun. For smaller kids, you can have them lay down and you can put like a stuffed animal on their stomach and have them try to see how high up they can get the bear or whatever stuffed animal. And that's gonna oxygenate the body. It's gonna help bring down
Okay.
the heart rate. And then my favorite one, parents and kids, is throwing ice. Grab a bowl of ice cubes, go outside, go up in your shower and just launch them. There's something that's so like fulfilling, hearing them shatter and seeing them shatter. So I would encourage you to make it a fun family like.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna do that with my son because like I was telling you before we started, he would parkour off the ceiling if he could. He's wild, he's so fun. Can you talk for a second before we get out of here about the power of community healing? Because I know that's huge with you in the Soma Center.
It is. So I believe that we suffer in silence and that a lot of us are going through the same exact thing, but we don't know it because we're not speaking about it. So when they come to the community center, we have free community gatherings the first and third Monday. Hearing the stories and seeing how much resonance and similarities we have, it's just, it's empowering.
All right, now before we get out of here, where can people find more information? Where can they follow you on social media?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram and Facebook, so Candace_West. I've got thesomacenter.com as well as CandaceWest.com.
Candace, thank you so much for helping me calm down and for joining us on Living
Yes, thanks for having
757. You guys, we have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we are road tripping all the way to Kids Peak State Park. Stay right there.
This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Welcome back to Living 757. Summer has arrived, and that means more people are on the roads, traveling and, engaging in some summer fun. Now, that also means more car crashes, which stinks. But we're lucky enough that we have somebody here who is going to tell us how to stay safe on our roadways this summer. From the DMV, let's welcome Camila Barco. Hi.
Hi, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Now, like I said, it's summer, and that means more and more people are traveling, engaging in summer activities, summer travel plans, but that means more crashes. So what is one way that people can make sure they're staying safe when they're driving and riding on the roads?
3 words: wear your seatbelt. It's the single most effective thing you can do to protect yourself in the event of a crash. Seatbelts save lives every day, and in fact, they save about 15,000 lives a year in America.
Wow.
Yes, that is true. And we know that a lot of people do not still wearing seatbelt. Now, after July, the law is going to change, Camila. It's a new regulation, and it's a new law, the Christopher King backseat law. Can we talk a little bit about this new law?
Yeah, like you said, starting July 1st, a new law will require drivers and passengers in every seat, that includes the back seat, no matter your age, to wear a seatbelt. And like you said, this law is named after Christopher King. He lost his life just 2 weeks after his high school graduation because he was not wearing a seatbelt in the back seat of a car. His mom, Christy King, she has worked tirelessly to get this new law passed in hopes of saving other people's lives. So no matter how old you are or what seat you are in a car, you are legally required to buckle up starting July 1st.
Yes, to buckle up. That is very important. Now, she mentioned something very important, when we are in the back seat. When it comes to rules, regulations, and penalties, how this is going to be affected the driver and also the person that is not wearing the seatbelt?
Law enforcement will be enforcing this law starting July 1st. And it's just really important for everyone to know when they get in a car to wear a seatbelt. Whether you're the driver, you're the passenger, in the back seat, in the front seat, wear your seatbelt.
But they're gonna have penalties, right? I don't know if it's something that we can talk about it. Like, they have to pay some fines.
Do you know what the penalties will be if you're caught not wearing a seatbelt, even in the back seat?
There will definitely be law enforcement enforcing this.
Okay.
And there's more information on this law out there where people can know a little bit more about the penalties.
That's good.
Perfect. Now, what percentage of people aren't wearing their seatbelts currently?
So the most recent statewide seatbelt survey in 2024 stated that 19% of Virginians were still not wearing a seatbelt while driving. It's an improvement over the 2023 numbers, but we're still working our way to make seatbelt use second nature for everyone.
And what are some of the ways that we can help remedy that number, help bring that percentage down?
Well, you've heard the saying, if you see something, say something.
Yes.
If you see someone driving without a seatbelt, say something. It can be a simple reminder to let your friends, your family, the driver, the passengers know that you care and that you want them to buckle up so that they arrive alive to their destination.
I know in my car, I won't put the car in reverse. I won't drive until everybody's buckled up.
Yes, and today's cars, they have, they beep and they don't stop until you buckle up. Like, it means something like, guys, I cannot even resist the noise. So we have to listen, we have to change that. Camila, summer, like Ashley mentioned it from the beginning, is right around the corner. People is gonna travel a lot, following and visiting their families and relatives. Can we give them some tips before they hit the road?
Yes, of course. You also want to remember about your little ones. You talked about you talked about vacations. People are doing family vacations. So remember that everyone in your car, even the little ones, are buckled up. Those
Yeah.
who cannot buckle themselves have the safety restraints and make sure that they're secure because it can save their lives. So make sure that your child is in the right seat for their age and size. And kids who are under the age of 8, they need to be in a child safety seat.
There you go.
Awesome.
A lot of tips to remember.
Yes. Now, thank you so much for joining us. Before we get out of here, where can people find more information?
Head on over to dmv.virginia.gov and click on the safety tab, and there's plenty of resources and information for everyone.
Thank you so much, Camila. Have a great summer ahead of you.
Thank you.
Well, now that we have great tips, Ashley, are you guys ready to some wild coastal adventure? I
Yes.
think Quincy is. Check this out.
Hey guys, I'm out here at Kipton Peak State Park, right on the Chesapeake Bay where there's crabbing, fishing, trails, and bird watching. I got a lot to explore. Follow me.
Kipton Peak is located on the eastern shore of Virginia in Cape Charles. So we are located on the Chesapeake Bay, and that is a large estuary for us here. It provides means of transportation for people to get back and forth to the mainland in Virginia. It also provides a habitat for a lot of marine life. It is a safe haven for a lot of marine life where they can kind of come in and get out of the ocean. And for us, it's what really built the shore. There's a lot of watermen who make a living here on the shore that can supply seafood to all other areas of the United States. So if you look up here, you can actually see some of the different species of hawks and some other raptors that they are looking to count, and they will actually update this daily with the total of that they saw that day, that month, and then for the whole year.
Like how, when the watchers are up here, how do they know what they're looking for and the difference between the birds?
Yeah, so all of them use binoculars, but some of the hawks are still really high in the sky. So they're gonna look at wing shape, they look for flight pattern. All birds fly different. Some will have little zigzags in their flight pattern, some will do little loops.
Yeah.
So they're kind of watching their flight pattern.
Okay. So there's so many things that you can do around here, right?
Yeah, so we have pavilions over here in this area that people can rent out if they wanna have a picnic, they do family reunions, you can grill out.
I just found why everybody comes here. Oh my gosh, Stephanie. Sorry, Stephanie.
Come on, Quincy, we got more to do.
Okay, give me a second.
So Kipton Peak is 562 acres, and we have a maritime forest, we have the waterfront, which is the Chesapeake Bay. We have a campground, overnight camping facility, so cabins and lodges. We also have yurts. We offer fishing, crabbing, a lot of recreational activities, kayaking, and educational programs.
Holy moly, what's that?
So those are our concrete ships.
Well, we got to get a closer look at that.
So these are World War II concrete ships.
Uh-huh.
They were active ships during World War II, and
wow.
then after the war, when they were decommissioned, they were bought by the Ferry Corporation that worked out of here, and they brought them up here to use as breakwater. So it keeps the water calm in here, so the ferry could come in on rough days, and they could get people on and off.
What's this cluster of wood right here?
So the group of pilings over there, that is where the ferry would dock up to, and that is actually called a dolphin.
A dolphin.
It's probably not the dolphin you're thinking of, but it is a dolphin.
Not the E.
Nope, not the EEE dolphin.
Can people actually go on those ships and tour on those and all that?
So people are not allowed on the ships. We ask that you stay 50 feet away from them for safety reasons, but we do offer a guided kayak tour here at the park where we will actually kayak you out to the ships. We can get as close as we're allowed to get.
Yeah.
And we'll talk all about the ships, and you get to see the wildlife that live on them and the beautiful ecosystem that it has created out there. So we are gonna go fishing.
All right, I think I've fished before.
I'm gonna step back for safety measures.
Oh, I'm good, girl. Throw it like a man. There we go. Hey,
Good
I like
job.
that. Stephanie, I think I got something. I felt a tug. Oh!
I don't think you did.
I don't think I got something, but it got me.
It got your bait.
It got my bait. You kidding me? Y'all are rude. Had a lot of fun today at Kipta Peak State Park. Thank you, Stephanie, for the guided tour. Now it's time for me to get a closer look at those ships. See you guys soon. Ah,
Bye, Quincy.
I'm not coming back to work.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Yeah, I'm surprised I made it back safely. Like,
Yeah,
that was,
you're here for sure. You made it safe.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, I got a fish that took my bait, which y'all saw, and then I got a chance to. I think that was a hermit crab that was inside the little
Yes,
shell.
I saw the little legs come out.
But pretty cool. Thank you to Stephanie. Sorry, Stephanie, I got distracted about the playground. Like,
They also have
Just a kid.
cabañas, right? To stay the night. Cabañas, no, how do you say?
Cabins.
Cabins.
yes.
Cabins.
So the
Sorry,
cabins,
my Spanish came through.
the yurts and
Cabañas.
all of that stuff. So it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I got a chance to visit a lot of these state parks, and that one.
What
that
a
one
beautiful
was definitely-
places,
That is
Virginia
cool.
State Park. Every time that you've been lucky, huh? You're going all
No,
over
that's not
Virginia. Okay, I
No.
think someone is gonna take
What
us
do we
for
need to
dinner.
do?
I don't know. We need to go to a
Just-
park too. I think our
Just
park
keep
is
hanging
coming.
around. Hold up, do y'all? You smell that? Oh my God.
food.
You know what? It's time for us to go to commercial break because
Yummy,
it
yummy.
smells like the Battle of the Burgers is up next.
Yay! Food!
Smell the aroma.
Welcome back to Living 757. We all love celebrations, and Coastal Virginia Magazine is celebrating 25 years this 2025. The lifestyle magazine here in Hampton Roads. What a better way to celebrate this with one of the biggest events, the Coastal Burgers Battle. And for that, to learn more about this event, let's welcome to the show, Leona Becker. How are you, Leona?
I'm great. How are you?
So excited to have you, Leona. You are the editor-in-chief of the Coastal Virginia Magazine.
That's right.
How is that?
I am. Lots of fun. I get to do lots of things like this, events like this, but I just get to meet a lot of people in the community, go to a lot of restaurants, a lot of events, and just interact with the community. That's kind of the best part about my
I
job.
love that.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You guys are celebrating 25 years.
We are.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Now, and the Coastal Burger Battles is one of the biggest events that you guys have. What is different this year? What the viewers can expect to have this time?
Well, it's always a lot of fun. We always tell everybody, first and foremost, come hungry, and I am not kidding about that. This is the second year we've held it at Chesapeake City Park, and
Okay.
we really love this venue. It's just, great it's easy to access. It just has a lot of spaciousness and places to sit, and the flow of the event we really enjoy in that space. This year we've got about 12 restaurants lined up.
Oh,
We may have
wow.
more than that by the time we get to the actual event. We'll see, because sometimes we have some last minute that come on board.
Yes.
But you will not leave hungry, I promise you.
Can we have some names so we can just spice the people in the house?
So, we definitely have Satay, New
Okay.
American Experience, and I think you're going to hear from our friend Chef Kyle maybe a little later.
Okay.
We've got J&K Style Grill, Hackers Bar and Grill, Macaibo Bistro.
Yes.
The Raven. Many people remember the Raven from the Virginia Beach. The old
Yes.
Raven. Well, they have a new iteration,
wow.
kind of a small cafe version of the Raven. They're going to be there. Scotty Quick's, Butcher's Son. A lot of great
So
places.
many,
a lot
so
of
many.
great burgers.
I
yeah.
cannot even imagine. Yummy. That sounds like a very tasty.
Yeah.
Now, really quick, how many burgers the persons that are going to buy the ticket they can just taste?
So when you come in, you get 10 burger tastings, and
Okay.
then you'll punch as you go around each of your burger tastings.
Oh my
Each burger is not a whole burger.
Okay.
If you could do that many burgers, more power to you, but there are sliders, so mini burgers. And that comes with a regular general admission ticket, 10 punches for the burgers.
I
yeah.
love that. Well, we're seeing this later, but they still look big. Now, we have also an offer for the viewers, like we have a little discount, right? If they mention
We
what?
do. For your viewers, $5 off for the general admission tickets in advance, and they use the code Living757.
Living757, yes.
All capital, no space. So
There
that'll
you
give
go.
them
So if you
$5.
mention Living757, you have $5 off. Really quick, how is gonna be the joshing situation? Like how is gonna be the josh process?
So the people, all the visitors there, including anybody that comes, get to vote. So there is a People's Choice Award,
Okay.
several People's Choices Awards actually. So that'll be picked by the attendees. You go around, you try as many burgers as you want, and then you go and vote for your favorite. And then we have an expert judging panel also. So there's a Judge's Choice Award that is separate too.
I love that. Oh my God, sounds so delicious. It's gonna be a judges there trying to taste the best one. It's gonna be so hard, I think, to pick the win.
It is difficult. There's so many good ones, and you start to get a little full after a while. But you gotta
Yes.
you gotta like power through.
I know.
It's really
I
good.
know you
And
mentioned before what it's gonna be, but once again, can we repeat really quick what it's gonna be?
yes, Chesapeake City Park, June 14th. From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. for general admission, and then VIP admission if you want to buy that ticket earlier. That's a little bit more, but you get early admission and 2 beer tickets with it. That's from 12 p.m. and you get a little early and start tasting a little earlier.
We love that. I think we have the information already on the screen. Thank you so much, Leona.
Thank you.
Which burger's gonna take the crown? We don't know that, so we have to
will
find out
find
in this
out.
event. And now, guys, we have Satay here in the house, one of the participant restaurants, and Ashley is with him.
Yeah, you can't have a battle of the burgers without one of the best burgers in the 757, right? And I am here with Kyle from Satay. He has been in the battle of the burgers for a few years now. We love him here on Living 757. Welcome back, Kyle.
Good to see you guys. Good to be back.
It's always good to have you. Now, are you cooking the burger today that you will be cooking in the competition?
We are.
Okay, can you tell me about it?
So all my competitors out there, take it easy, okay? Don't try to do anything to replicate what I'm doing. It gets intense out there in the fields, man. It's hot. The burger juice is flying. It's a lot going down. But we are making this burger. We just put it on the menu about a month and a half ago when the restaurant changed over for the new spring and summer menu. So I think it really captures what Satay is all about. So this is our smokehouse burger.
Ooh.
So I'm over here grilling up some patties for you. Our makeshift grill. You like my little makeshift grill?
I love
built
it.
right here.
I love it.
So we're gonna start. You want to do the honors? Can you get dirty? Don't
Yeah.
don't get anything on your outfit. All right,
I'll try.
I'm gonna set you up, okay? And then
Okay.
you're gonna kind of go from there. So we're gonna start with our homemade honey bourbon barbecue sauce.
All
So
right.
put a little bit on the bottom of that
A
bun.
little? How much is a little?
There. A little is really what you like. That's perfect. That's exactly what I would put.
Well,
all right, now.
I saw you do it before we got started.
All right, now we're gonna go with some lettuce.
All right. Do you want me to just
Yeah,
like
dig
grab
in
it?
there. You're good.
Okay.
Your hands are clean.
They
Wait,
are. They are. You're right. You're right.
Quincy, are her hands clean?
Quincy's laughing.
I don't know. Maybe.
He's doing it off camera though because he knows I can't hit him on camera.
All right, perfect. Now pickles and tomatoes.
Okay.
Now these are our house-made pickles. All right, so put those on the top bun.
Okay. Top bun.
Yeah. Now
Top
I'm a
bun.
pickle guy, so I would go 4.
All right. 4.
But you do
4 sounds like
whatever
a
you-
great number to me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, tomato.
Tomato.
You
All right.
got it. All right, now what we're gonna do is add some American cheese.
Okay.
Now, do you think yellow American tastes different than white American?
Is this a trick question?
I mean,
I
some
love
people-
all cheeses. I don't discriminate against cheese.
Okay, so what cheese do you like? You like Gouda? You like cheddar?
I'm a sharp cheddar girl. Yeah.
Sharp
I like
cheddar.
Gouda too. I don't, like I said, I love all cheese.
You love all cheese.
All right,
Okay,
we
that's
got
fair.
maybe 30, 35
All right,
seconds
look,
left.
we're putting the bun on. The burger on. We've melted our cheese.
Woo!
Now we got to go in with some of our house smoked beef brisket.
Oh my goodness.
So we got to load this guy
Y'all.
up there.
I'm about to get dirty, y'all.
All right, and then we have some crispy barbed wire onions.
Okay. All right.
You add those, and now you slap that thing together.
You slap
and
it
then-
together.
And then whatever you do, you don't get the burger juice
On my white
your-
shorts.
I don't think this is a good idea. This is
Okay. Your
this is a bad idea.
your contact info is up there. Tell people who you are, where they can follow you while
Come
I
check
take
out
a quick
Satay.
bite.
We're in City Center, Newport News, 694 Town Center Drive. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all the stuff, and hopefully we'll see everybody at the Cova Battle Burger.
Yes, everybody check out the Cova Battle of the Burgers. Now, you can't teach talent like Kyle's, but Can our next guest teach Quincy how to do a skateboard trick?
I don't know, Ashley. I do know this. I have participated in some extreme sports, and that burger smells so good right now, it's hard to even concentrate. But I've participated in extreme sports since I was young, from doing wheelies on bicycles to skateboards, all without a helmet, elbow pads, and knee pads, and those times were different. Lucky for us, the core of Portsmouth for skateboarding and for the individuals to enjoy doing it with a passion is here today to kind of show me how to do a little skateboarding myself. I'd like to welcome to the show Mr. Tony Herndon. How you doing, Mr. Herndon?
I'm very good. How you doing today?
All right, I am doing great, man. You know, I got my foot on this skateboard, but I'm not going to do anything because I haven't been taught how to do it properly.
Okay.
Okay, but so I live in Portsmouth.
All right.
I never knew. 13 years, I understand, you guys have been a pillar there in Portsmouth. Is that right?
We've been open for 13 years. This is our 13th year. Our 13th anniversary is June 7th, coming up now.
Okay.
And so,
And it's called the Hard Time Skate
Hard
Shop.
Time Skate Shop. Yep, we've been located in Portsmouth, Virginia for 13 years. We specialize in the sale of skateboards, apparel, and footwear.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now, you know, in our community, right, it's not normal to hear about skateboarding. So what do you have to say about that?
I think that's just another negative stereotype that's associated with skateboarding. I think everybody enjoys skateboarding, outdoor activities. Kids kind of gravitate to the resources that are in their neighborhood. So if it's a skate park in their neighborhood, I'm sure kids will use it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you know what? And I'm sure that is absolutely correct because, you know, now the community is here on the show. So now I feel impelled or compelled to do it. So what is some of the tricks? I'm going to put my iPad down. What are some of the tricks that I would need to learn?
I would just say basically the first thing you would probably have to do is wear some sneakers.
Okay. So I'm breaking all the
suitable
rules.
attire for skateboarding.
All right. Well, you know, clearly.
But since you don't have it on there, we'll try to keep you the basis of just like getting you learn how to ride. So I would just, you know, get your first foot up. Once you find what your strong foot is,
okay.
So we try to keep your stance here. We try to see which foot you grab back. So this is going to be the foot you probably push with.
Okay.
And so we're going to put our front foot on the board behind the bolts.
All right. So show me on your skateboard as well. All right.
So we want.
All right. So foot on the board, and it's
foot
best
behind
to
the
keep
bolts.
it behind the bolts. Okay.
And then just kind of put all our weight on this front shoulder and just kind of turn. And we want our safe spaces between the bolts or on top of the trucks.
Got you. Okay, so in between and not to fly off.
Right.
Then, okay, so, all right, so it looked like I got this part down.
I think
That's
you
cool.
got it going on,
I'm
yeah.
a very stylish skateboarder. You see this?
Very much
jacket?
so. Yeah.
Okay, all right, so what would be another trick or a tip?
I think the most basic trick that people kind of underestimate is just riding.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, just being able to push and get on the board and move and then push again.
Okay,
And
so
then
it's
maybe
more.
turning. It's kind of a walking motion.
All right, so I understand that this is very important to at least be able to do this.
Yeah, because if you can't do that, you can't go to any trick after that.
All right, so now I can just kind of roll a little bit with dress shoes on.
Right, and remember to keep your feet over the trucks. So
Okay, and then I can do a quick turn.
Yep.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Huh? The 1980s is still in the building. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so now I know how to turn, I know how to ride.
Right.
All right, do you got an even more tougher
I got
thing for me
something a
to try
little
to do?
less complicated. Just call it no comply, which is just kind of a way to alter your turning while you're riding.
Okay.
And it looks kind of cool. It's like one of my favorite tricks. We're just going to ride.
Wow.
That wasn't really it, though. That wasn't it.
Okay, it looks like I'm not going to try that at all. Okay, I'm telling you that right now.
Can we
That's
try
a tough. Now, you know, it's important to know you're not like a professional
Oh,
skater.
no, I just love this ride.
You just love to be around it because you. So, what type of stuff is offered at your shop?
We sell skateboard decks, safety equipment, all the necessary supplies that you need to put a skateboard together.
Yeah.
We offer lessons. We sell footwear and apparel.
Footwear and apparel. And you guys got a big event that's coming up on Juneteenth. Tell the folks about that.
Oh, yeah. June 19th and June 21st, we'll be hosting our 5th annual Hard Times Go Skate Day event in partnership with Portsmouth Parks and Rec. On June 19th, we have a Juneteenth Jam, which is a skateboard competition. We have a lot of great skaters come out. They get prizes from 1st to 5th place.
Yeah.
Food trucks, vendors, and just a great time.
Okay.
The 21st is our Go Skate Day kickback, which is the kickoff of summer. So we kind of have like open skate. We offer free skateboard lessons. This year we have a yoga session, a park cleanup.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Okay. Good, good, good. Well, you know, it's so cool to have you guys be a pillar in the Portsmouth community, and we certainly appreciate what you guys are doing and bringing to the community and bringing to Virginia as a whole, okay? Thank you so much. Now, we do got to go to commercial break, and because the summertime is coming up, I think it's important to mention, it is wedding season, okay? And we got a live performance that you don't want to miss that may get you in the mood to say, I do. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Hey. This segment is brought to you by Stanton Optical.
Book an eye exam or walk into Stanton Optical today to meet with one of our eye care specialists for same-day eye exams and same-day glasses. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Welcome back to Living 757. You know, we recently were to visit Julian, our friend, with the
Your Peak Life podcast.
Yes, thank you, Ashley. Your Peak Life podcast. And we had such an amazing time because we have to share with him and his audience about Living 757, where we started, how far we are right now. I know that you have him in an interview here on Living 757.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, right, Quincy?
Yeah, and he kind of told us about the podcast. I couldn't make it to the one that y'all joined, but I watched it. It was great. You guys got to check him out. But like, what basically is the podcast about now?
Yeah, so it's about living your peak life in whatever capacity you're living in. So like whatever your job is, whatever role you're in, as a parent, as a TV show host, as a real estate agent. And it's about, you know, living at your highest level, and also as a community raising each other up together.
Yes, and that was my point.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that was my point. About a community, like they're doing great things.
Yeah.
All his team and Julian, besos, thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
I mean, yes, it was so fun though. I watched the interview.
So much fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, I hate I miss it, but I'm sure I'll be able to get another one at another time. But you guys better not miss any of our other episodes. And if you do, you can always go to our YourView.com app. Or our YourView app.
Our YourView app.
Yes.
Yeah.
And please follow us on all our platforms, social media, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and the Living 757.
You can always also send ideas for the show to that email that's across the bottom of your screen right now. It's share@living757.com. You can always reach us to one of us personally or slide in the DMs.
Yeah, sliding the DMs just kind of like, you know what? Hold up, I gotta show y'all something. Do y'all know?
Oh, yes, you've been talking about
this
these
belt.
all day.
This belt, you know what?
We have 30 seconds, Quincy. Hurry up.
You know what?
Hurry up.
This belt.
Hurry up.
No.
When you say I'm gonna show you something, you start opening your pants. I'm like, oh my
Look,
God.
so
are you doing?
have you guys ever heard of it's called a ratchet belt,
Yes.
right?
Ratchet.
Okay, so it's like a zipper, and all you gotta do, listen,
zip
listen,
tie.
shh, look.
He's excited because he discovered this belt
When
today.
you get in your 40s, almost in your 50s, and you get an easy way to put on pants, ooh, yes! So we gotta go, but we gotta leave you with a beautiful song from Lanique and Raspy Soul coming together to make It Was You.
See you next week.
Happy wedding bells!
I was lost, I was broken. Said I never love again. So much hurt, I was covering up. Didn't plan on falling in love. But then you touched my heart, you spoke to my soul. Made a vow to love me and to never let me go. My trust was so low, heart was on empty. I tried to push you away, but you wouldn't let me. It was you, yeah. You
I saw you, there was something I was drawn to, yeah. We shared a smile, then you rolled your eyes, you were so cute. Little did I know that I had met my future. I told the homie that I had to have you. We were afraid, I know. The past won't nothing but pain, I know. But we just wanna get it right for a change. And
It was you.
yeah, yeah.
You tore these walls down. You made my heart smile. And you gave me all of yourself. It was you, baby. It was you.
No one ever said that this would be
That it would be easy,
but
baby.
loving you comes so naturally. I'm willing to fight for what is meant for me.
For what is mine.
It's like every day is my birthday.
And the gift is you. You tore these walls down.
Oh my, 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 yeah. You made my heart smile, baby.
And you gave me all of yourself.
You gave me all yourself.
It was you, baby. It was you.
Ooh, it was you, yeah, yeah.
It was you.
Oh,
It was you.
no, it was you.
It was you.